it is weird, like, I guess, knowing that we're almost finished uni.
Youth is carefree. Youth is, you know, making mistakes. Youth is learning.
Freedom, I don't know, individuality, just, you know, choice.
I don't know, I feel like the experience of uni is completely different to anything else in the world.
Because I agree with you, uni has been fucking unreal.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just, I think going to uni is definitely a way of like perpetuating like being youthful.
And I don't want to give that shit up. I don't want to give that shit up.
I'm going to go off in, you know, a couple of months where we're going to graduate, and then, you know, I'm hoping we'll sort of stay in contact, but it just won't be the same.
So I feel like I had such high expectations, and then I came and kind of same as you, like it exceeded it so aggressively, like more so than I could ever have imagined. And
it had sort of hit me, the fact that in not very long, I've absolutely no fucking clue what I'm doing with my life whatsoever.
I'm just scared of the real world, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to become an adult with a job and a house and all of that. Like, let me be a kid for longer. We missed out the kid bit because of COVID. I just want to be a kid for more time.
No, it's just like there's not an environment to be youthful anymore, is there? Like,
it's kind of weird that's just done now. And like that, I feel like for so long I was like thinking about it, and now it's not over yet, but it kind of is over.
We're in the final measure.
Yeah.
it was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
Youth
is, you know, education. Youth is building, you know, relationships, you know, your character.
Yeah, my youth is leaving me, but I'm 22, man. Like, I'm gonna be 23 this year. My youth is already fucking gone.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm currently in my third and final year at the University of Birmingham studying an English and film degree. So there's this question that kind of kept getting thrown around, and it keeps getting thrown around, you know, when you're in your final year of uni, and that is, you know, what are you doing next year? And it's a pretty loaded question, I think, because like, what is next year, right? It's like, it's adulthood, it's your early 20s, it's maybe, you know, doing a master's, staying in education, you know, getting a job. It's a lot of things, and that's kind of terrifying to me. And you know, next year is the first time in our lives when we won't be in education anymore. You know, you go through life, you always know the next step up until this point. You know, you go from primary school to secondary school to college to uni, and now there's not a next step, and it's scary because I don't know what's next, and that is a scary feeling, I think. And so this anxiety it kept growing throughout this whole year, and then I started feeling like with the end of education, I feel like my youth is coming to an end as well. And that's a really scary thing, I think, because I don't want my youth to end, and it's not going to end, I know that, but it's anxiety I think a lot of people share. And, you know, the more people I spoke to, I kind of realised, oh, we all kind of feel the same way. So I wanted to look at that, I wanted to investigate that. So I kind of sat all my mates down, and I pointed a camera in the face, and I asked them that question, you know, how do you feel about uni coming to an end? And these are those conversations.
Yeah, I'm just fucking terrified of getting old and regretting everything. On my deathbed, I want no regrets. But even if I've got fucking shit tattoos, scars, broken bones, I don't care. Yeah. As long as I've had a good life, that's what matters.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. Just thank you. Cool.
My name's Becca. I do politics and international relations, obviously at University of Birmingham.
My name is James Peter Wood. I'm from the Cotswolds. I do business. I'm not really sure why. I wish I could tell you, to be honest, but I don't really have an excuse.
Neve, I'm a third year history student. I'm from Portsmouth, at Birmingham, obviously.
I'm Flynn. Nice to meet you. I'm a very good friend of Ben. I would say best friend.
I would argue best friend.
Yeah, I study history at Birmingham University.
So I'm Luke Gordon, hello. I am I'm a member of 100 Bournebrook. I live here. That's probably my society.
Right, hi, I'm Nathan. I've just turned 21 yesterday.
My name's Mason. I'm 20 years old. I study political science and sociology.
So hello, I'm Sophie, but everyone calls me Soph. And I met Ben at the end of second year, I think. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah, just at a house party. We've got loads of mutual friends, really. Probably through Flynn.
We met in first year during one of the screenwriting modules, quite early on.
And then you knocked on the door and either I or someone else answered it and just let you in.
Then I remember spending the whole of freshers together, and then we were friends since then, I think.
What I think about university is that it is a rite of passage between you being a kid and becoming an adult. We're allowed to be free and try and do things and exist freely before giving back to the society that we're a part of.
I guess, I mean, I wanted to do art and music really, but you know, how the fuck are you supposed to get a job in art and music? No offence, Ben.
So it's been a long road, and now we're here, and our final few months.
Yeah, 2 years of living with Ben.
Well, we're 2 years of living
Ages
with
a
me.
woman, heavily.
Yeah, what can I say? Looking now, I got the fringe and everything.
Yeah, the fringe is a recent addition, to be fair.
So yeah, how do you feel about uni? I know you're doing a masters, but how do you feel about uni coming to an end?
It's scary. That's why I'm doing a masters, because I don't want to leave.
I don't know, kind of sad it's all over. It's kind of like a good film that's just kind of ended, isn't it?
You get like the existential hit of like, oh shit, I'm graduating in 3 months. Like, I actually need to get my life together.
It's just, it's weird to be like thrown into this and then just, you know, you plunged into it and then dragged out, kicking and screaming.
And I feel like that's a big problem that uni students have. It's just like the going from 0 to 100 in the matter of 3 months.
I think that's why so many people do masters as well, just because it's like 3 years really isn't a long time at all.
I think definitely like a certain dimension of your youth is ending, and it is something for me like that you won't get back.
The end of our final clock before we actually have to be serious. This is the last of our like fun years.
Things and responsibilities and just pressures in general from life and the wider world will get much, much stronger as of next year.
Just from like spending time with adults, you do lose like this particular like state of mind that you have when you're younger.
Life at university is fleeting to an extent. You can live and do as you like, and that is the wonderful thing about it. You don't have too many responsibilities apart from that you have to go up and read a book every now and then. And that is, I guess, being youthful. It's, yeah, I suppose I feel like a lot of my youth probably is pinned to university.
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
This is not good. This is not good disc content.
It's fantastic. It's about the end of uni.
And serve from a sense of authenticity.
What did you give up for that?
I didn't even make it this time. I know that I give up.
I didn't give up shit.
Yeah, you like
Have I ever talked about how much I love Ruby?
I really like the trailer.
Oh, mate,
My artistry. Give me something to draw. I don't know, man.
A part of my, a large part of my youthful life was education. That's like every youth. That is youthful life. Education, essentially, isn't it?
And I don't know. Education's just fucking wearing after a while. You know, like it wears you down. But I'm looking forward to it, but I'm terrified at the same time. And I mean, like post-pandemic as well. Like trying to find a fucking job has been impossible.
Like, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what's coming. I just straight up, to me, it is this vast, endless black. Yeah. I can't see beyond it.
Film is one of the most impossible industries to get into. Yeah.
But I'm both afraid of it, but I'm also I'm somewhat willing to accept it.
Yeah. And you know, when I think about it, it worries me to hell. You know, to the extent that, you know, what if I can't? Yeah. What if I'm going to have to settle for something less? Right. You know, something that I'm less passionate about, something that in the long run won't make me happy. And that's scary.
I need to get a job. I don't fucking know how I'll get a job. I don't know where I'll get a job.
I don't know, the thought of like getting a job and like the way I see it is like you're getting on the treadmill.
Like, I don't want to go sit behind a desk and do fucking 9 hours of lifeless marking and annotating and assessing markets. I just don't see the point in it.
You've got your rent, you've got your bills, you know, in a job your expenses are up, there's no escape almost. Don't get me wrong, that fucking scares me because I don't want to jump into that.
Like, I don't want to become a robot that just sits in an office 9 till 5, go home, eat dinner, watch telly, go to bed, repeat.
Well, part of me doesn't know if whether I want to jump into that ever, or whether I want to not jump into it for a few years.
But, okay, I fully respect, no offence to anyone who's like selling their soul post-uni, but a lot of people I've spoken to are like, oh, I want to sell my soul for like 40 years and retire, and I'm like, that's 40 years of your life. Like, no, like that's, and you're old, and then you can't really do like, I mean, you can go travelling, but not in the same way.
Yeah, it's like you don't have. You can't not that. You've lost your youth.
You've lost your youth, yeah. And I don't want that at all.
Once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good? No, she asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. And I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on the rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for it. She asked me to stay, and something I forgot the words.
I think the friendships would probably be the thing that I'll miss, because I feel like at uni your friends become your family.
All family I've ever had has been not my own. You know, you come into contact with these people that are just so lovely, so honest, and just want to help and want to give and want to support, you know, want to do good for you.
I know in London it just won't be like that, because it's like I'll either be by myself or maybe with 1 or 2 other mates, or I'll be with randoms.
And I'm not a fan of being by myself, mate. One of my biggest fears in life is growing up and being old and alone. And
I honestly think that it's like because of the people I've met at uni that have helped me grow. Uni is only so much of your uni experience, and I think the people have made it. And if we were like, you know, a year above, a year below, it would be so, like, I'd be such a different person because I hadn't have met these people.
Yeah, Birmingham shaped me quite a bit because I think I've mostly come into myself now since I've sort of made this circle of friends in Gay Village.
I think I think before I don't know. I think I was just different before. I think the environment that you have now is a lot easier to like grow that.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Cool. Wow. Hi. This is my little excerpt for Ben's thing. Right.
A big thing is accepting that sometimes you aren't going to be fine. And yeah, like I think that's why I'm not so scared, is because part of me has accepted like that in the next few years it might be a bit shit, because you're going to have to struggle trying to find jobs. You may fall into a job you're not enjoying.
Failure is not a bad thing. Failure only gives you the canvas to do better the next day.
There's something kind of liberating in that, really, because does it fucking matter what you're doing?
You know, I'm growing every day, I still make mistakes. There's also a lot of freedom that comes with that, because you kind of realise it doesn't fucking matter, and there are so many other things in your life that you should give a shit about: your friends, your family, the people around you, you know, getting a fucking job that you actually enjoy, that you can kind of push it to the side, I think.
The people who matter the most, you're not going to lose. Like, I really strongly believe that. Yeah.
And then there's a bit that I don't really like, so I'm just going to skip that. And we continue.
Youth is definitely a space to fail, a sandpit of failure, if you like. You can build something, smash it down. If it doesn't work, build it again, have another go at that.
Sometimes I think about youth as something that disappears over time, but then I also think of youth as something that doesn't go away, not if you don't want it to.
Obviously, and originally my dream, or the future plans I was thinking about, was university.
I want a room where I can just create art.
It's more like, what on to the next thing, what now can I dream about, what now can I aspire to be.
And even if it's you know, a corner of a room, it doesn't have to be a whole room. I'm pretty chill with that. Yeah.
That was sick. You have a sick voice.
So that's why we fear the future so much, is because we're in a safe
Thank
routine.
you.
We live with people we like, we hang out with people we like, we do a subject we like.
Most people don't get to go to university and can never even imagine doing so. So I'm lucky that I'm even in this place in the first place.
And once uni's over, we're going to be back in we don't know what we're doing. Got to find a job that you like, you've got to find new mates, you've got to find a new place to live.
But it would be kind of ignorant of me to be like, I'm never leaving education, or, you know, I never want to, because you got to at some point.
And it's fucking scary, but if we felt like that in first year, and it's only third year now, we feel like this, then in 3 years' time, maybe we'll feel twice as good as this. Yeah. Who knows?
I'm glad that I came here. Yeah, it's sort of, again, you know, I have a habit of sort of sitting and thinking, you know, what if that happened instead of this? And in the sort of sense of having not come to uni and gone to have a apprenticeship or whatever straight after school, I can't imagine it.
These friendships will remain.
21 is literally so young in the grand scheme of things.
That's a good thing, because now I look forward to different things in my future. You know, I look forward to starting a family. I look forward to, you know, getting a job that is important to me, not someone else.
I just can't see the way my mind works changing from this point.
You know, because at the end of the day, we expected uni to be amazing, and it's exceeded that. You know, how good is adulthood going to be?
Yeah, I'll grow, I'll mature to an extent.
I think it's easy when you get old to think oh, I can't travel, or I can't do this, or I can't do that.
Yeah. Or you can just live your life to the fullest.
Life is too fun to take it seriously.
I feel like I'll always remain, you know, childish inside, man.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff I want to do.
I feel very ready to leave, which I wasn't expecting to.
All good things must come to an end, so it's kind of natural, if not sad, that it does come to its natural end.
The independent city-state of Selly Oak will live on forever in our hearts.
Youth is only what you make it. As a combined concept, it's only rooted in a physical no, my skin's not sagging, but it doesn't mean your mind has to.
Yeah.
It just wrinkles a bit more.
So leaving university is really scary. And there's a lot of things I'm going to miss about this place. You know, I'm going to miss this house for starters. I love it. I'm going to miss living with Neve and Joe and Helen. I'm going to miss trudging to Uni Superstore to find some beers before a house party. I'm going to miss skating with James. I'm going to miss walking to screenwriting class with Sofa. I'm going to miss watching films with Flynn. I'm going to miss being in a lecture slightly hungover. I'm going to miss learning. I'm going to miss, you know, just nights in with Neve or you know, Joe walking in like slightly pissed because he's always got a funny story to tell. There's way too much I'm going to miss, man. And that's why I think I'm scared to leave. It's because I don't want to leave the people, but unfortunately, you know, that's life and you have to move on. And I think I've begun to accept that. And I think I kind of used this anxiety about my youth coming to an end to kind of mask my anxiety about leaving all these people behind. Because I tie my youth up with university and university up with all these people. And leaving it is going to be really scary. And it is really scary. But I think it's important to have these conversations with people because it makes you slightly more ready to leave. And, you know, I was really scared to come here. I was terrified to come to university. I remember my first day, I was like, what is going on? I do not want to be here, I want to be back home. But it's been the best, weirdest, strangest, most amazing 3 years. So even though I'm terrified about, you know, that endless blackness of what is next, you know, it's terrifying, but it's also exciting. And I think I'm ready to kind of jump into it.
Best work,